This man is found out. Stuff is getting tacky. They're getting sloppy, and their colors as a vagabond are starting to show. Well, they've been showing, but good grief. So Allah Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakutash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great Nelson Ruel. I am not a member. However, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. And we're gonna show a couple of TikToks and just get a couple of precepts, and then that'll be it. Um, boy, I'm telling you, they're gonna cut this. They gonna do something because it's just too much going out. Every time they spread some type of lie, within minutes it is countered. Almost within minutes. Sometimes hours, sometimes days, but it is countered. So expect the famine of the word to arrive very shortly. So let's play the first one.
Hamas is under the Al Shifa hospital in Gaza City. Now, you know what?
Now it started in there, but it said basically the head honchos, right? The HQ of HAMAS was in the hospital that they bombed.
What happened a couple of days ago?
Proven by
Hamas had a big
hold on.
Mark,
I'm not,
are you going to let me finish?
I can't allow you to. I cannot allow you to name to say 15 things that are unfactual and not be challenged on them. I'm happy to let you talk, but I'm going to ask clarifying questions.
You're going to tell me what's factual? Mark,
Yes,
I spent 5 years of my life studying this, living it. When was the last time you were in Gaza, Mark? When was the last time you were in Gaza?
18 months ago. When was the last time you were in Gaza? When was the last time you were in Gaza?
A few years ago.
Okay, so
Damn. You see how he stuttered and stumbling over his words? Revealed. You're caught. You're sloppy. And you know what? First thing, let's go to second. Let's go to the most obvious scripture we're going to go to. Second Thessalonians, of course. Oh, this Timothy. Straight to the point. Verse 3. Second Thessalonians, the second chapter, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So with these folks, everything that they in times past, everything that they said, they could just blurt out any kind of nonsense, and that would be the official story. And understand, you have the truth of the matter, and then you have the official story, and they could just say anything, and then that would be the truth. No longer the case, and I find it funny. It's a Jake uh, asking the questions here and tripping up these devils. And devil just simply means deceiver, which they are obviously trying to do.
Al Shifa Hospital has been proven Hamas headquarters. What independent reference, what source, what investigation has proven that? Who has proven that it's an Al Shifa hospital since it's been a proven fact? Who proved it?
So now we're going to get into this basic like Holocaust denying idea that evidence that Israel has shown is not valid. I mean, is that what you're doing? Do you deny that people were raped? Are you going to deny stuff?
Everybody that challenges you is not doing Holocaust denial. You said that it's a Hamas headquarters. I simply asked you. I simply asked you for evidence of it. I said who, and you immediately equated it to Holocaust denial.
Israel has presented evidence. Ask the CIA. Ask.
We could say, ask the CIA.
Ask anybody who
Ask
studies
the CIA,
this.
sir.
Yeah. Headquarters of Hamas.
Ask the CIA. Now, you think this would have happened in times past? Let's say 10 years ago? No, they would have said that and everybody would have been on board. Okay, the Spirit of the Lord is out, and they think that by blocking this internet, that they can put a stop to this, but you can't. It's too late. It's already too late. Before we go on to the next one, This has been the same spirit from the get-go. From the get-go. Genesis 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is of the midst of the garden, God has said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. Very slick tongue, right? Very, very, not a slick tongue and a smooth talker, okay? And nothing has changed except the Lord has finally taken away, you know what, that little season. His little season is up. We are in literally the last minutes of this devil's little season to go out and spread confusion and deceive nations. It's over. Let's see. So Revelation 20 verse 7, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Okay, so after that, after the fall of Rome, the Western Rome or the pagan Roman Empire. You know, they got chased up into the Caucasus Mountains and Ooga Booga, and then they came out, shaved their hair. Elder Yashua will say, shaved their hair out their back and their arms, put on suits, and then went out and just started lying their ass off. And that is a customary thing from them from the time that they were allowed to get back up above. They have been, it's as long as they breathe, they lie. From the paintings, from the Renaissance, from the medical Renaissance, and you just got a bunch of theories all the way up until what the 16, 17, 1800s, when they started making up these weird theories about certain sciences about how to heal folks. They would like take anesthesia, but not have they folks that they would try to create anesthesia, but not a numbing effect. So one guy, I don't know. It's beside the point. There's one that did it, and he forgot to add a numbing agent. So he was so confident in his discovery or his creation that he willingly underwent a certain surgery. So he was numb and paralyzed, but felt everything that he did when I guess they were amputating or doing something. I can't remember. You may have to find it. That's beside the point. Basically, it's all about. We sticking the line. We sticking to their history, and they built a culture around just saying a bunch of horseshit and it being the official story and it being the narrative and it being gospel. Okay, when the 1,000 years is expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations. Right? And that he did. As you can see, that power that the Lord gave him is winding down, is coming to a close, which is why the famine of the word is on its way. You make no mistake about it. The Lord said it, so it will be. Let's get one more. Why don't you talk? All right. It says, thus Satan is very crafty, but we understand just your spiritual demon, Satan, or the spirit, and then you have their physical counterpart, just as the physical, I guess, if you want to call it a manifestation, the Lord has just chosen people on the right, and there's the those that are created to be the wicked. We'll get Malachi before we start it. Okay. I hate Esau, that is not a waste. All right, verse 4, Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation with forever. All right, they were created to be the wicked. And you see, very crafty. I don't know who's typing this. Maybe English isn't their first language. And you see, you got the um, Jeremiah 49 and 10 here, and then and 11 as well.
Are you anti-Semitic?
But before I let it continue, this is to show they've been doing this from the jump. Anytime you say anything against them, they just throw that uh, the anti-Sem card, or you're an H denier.
anti-Semitic.
You've many of the things that I've read about you, and you've made a mention a couple of times about the Jews and everything, and I'm wondering if you are personally anti-Semitic.
No, how can I be anti-Semitic when the Arabs are half the Muslim world is Semitic? If I was anti-Semitic, I'd be anti-Arab and anti-everything else. No, I think this.
You see that? Because Esau is Hebrew Edomite. Israelites are Hebrew Israelites, right? There are many the Hebrew Moabites. It's just the Lord has chosen the Israelites as his people. But there are many different nations that are Semitic. So you see how they try to monopolize off of a lie? Okay? And you can get that lineage. I think you can go to Genesis, where it talks about the sons of Noah. So Genesis 9 and let's see, Genesis 10. So you can, starting at the 22nd verse, you can scroll down and get the lineage of Shem. And Shem had many different kids, or many different children. And it always highlights of the chosen. If you read that, it'll list a number of children, and then it'll pick one and say, and out of that one begot so and so. And these are certain things that you have to pay attention to. There was one other scripture that I wanted to go to, and it slipped my mind. We'll let it play.
That in this country, there's one mistake that the Jews make. They put themselves in a position where whenever anybody gives an objective analysis of the role that they play, they defend themselves by accusing you of being anti-Semitic.
Are you anti-Semitic?
Same old game, same old trick. Nothing new under the sun. Straight to the point. The thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. That is on a macrocosmic and microcosmic level of understanding. Of course, so you have, things that went on in Greekish fashion and Roman customs are here again today, right? These devils that came, their city of Petra, how they built certain monuments. You see that here today. Different types of rituals that go on back then were, of course, much more brutal. But now you have them you take certain acts and it's symbology. So like Easter or Christmas, which was Saturnalia, all kind of different things, man. So it's on every level. There's no new thing. And I think we got one more.
The Brazilian authorities.
And as a result, they control all the images coming out of Gaza. Have you seen one picture of a single dead Hamas terrorist in the fighting in Gaza? Not one. Is that by accident, or is that because Hamas can control the information?
You asked me a question and you
Gaza.
said you would be brief. I haven't, you're right, but I have seen lots of children with my own lying eyes being pulled from the rubble.
Because they're the pictures Hamas wants you to see. Exactly
and also
my point,
because they're dead,
they're the pictures
also
Hamas wants.
But they're also people that your government has killed. You accept that, right? You've killed children, or do you deny that?
No, I do not. I do not. First of all, you don't know how those people died, those children.
Oh, wow.
First of all, we don't want to see a single child killed.
Okay, here's my question for you, Mark. You say, I agree with you. I agree with you. We shouldn't blindly believe anything Hamas says. But why should we believe what your government says either? Your military spokesman on Monday pointed to an Arabic document in the basement of a Gaza hospital and claimed it was a Guardian list on which every terrorist writes his name. But that was false. It was just a calendar with the days of the week on it. Your colleague in the Prime Minister's office, Ophir Gendelman, posted behind-the-scenes footage from a Lebanese short film and claimed it was Palestinians in Gaza faking their own injuries. That tweet is still up a week later. That is endless disinformation from your government, is it not?
I disagree, and I think on the important issues, look, I'll give you an example, Mehdi. Originally, we estimated... No, answer your question. Allow me to answer your question.
Deflect, deny. See, caught.
I'm answering your question directly, if you'll allow me. We originally said in the atrocious Hamas attack on our people on October 7th, we had the number at 1,400 casualties. And now we've revised that down to 1,200 because we understood that we had overestimated. We made a mistake. There were actually bodies that were so badly burnt, we thought they were ours. In the end, apparently, they were Hamas terrorists.
Now you see, there's certain you got to pay attention to things like that. He answered in his own way, saying, "Oh, instead of 1400, it was actually 1200." But that didn't answer that man's question. Why should anybody take what these devils say? You see that 6-point star on the right, at face value when they have been caught continuously lying in lying time and time again. I don't know what I was trying to say. And he kind of flipped it. You gotta watch these monkeys. You gotta watch them.
We make a mistake. We admit it.
Short on time.
Why does that give you permission? Why does that give you permission to accept Hamas's numbers? I don't understand.
I didn't ask about Hamas numbers. I said to you that your military
spokesman... you were quoting to me before Hamas numbers, Mehdi. You were quoting to me Hamas's numbers.
Because the entire UN and the human rights community and the American intelligence community on Friday said they trust those numbers. But you're dodging my question, Mark.
I'm not sure that's true.
Why did your military spokesman on Monday point to a calendar in Arabic and say these are the names of terrorists on them? That's false. Can you accept that here and now?
I'm not aware of the incident.
Let's put up the
stuttering, just like the last one was stuttering on the back foot. Oh boy. So I've said it 3 times. We need to just get that. Great wrath. Where are you? I forget where that's at. I believe. 12. There it is. 12. This is like my 3rd time saying it, so we might as well grab that. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, the deceiver, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So you see, him and the other one just stuttering on the back foot. And when you back a dog into a corner, what does it do? It attacks. And you understand that they are not going to give up their kingdom. They're not going to give up their pseudo blessing that they're trying to set up without a fight. Thus, Jacob's trouble. Thus, the famine of the word. We got a lot coming down the pipe. But I want to end it with one of my favorite scriptures that gives me encouragement. And I pray that it does you as well. Lamentation, which I went too far down. Okay, because it's going to be their turn. Lamentation 4, we'll read 21 and 22. That'll be it. Rejoice and be glad. He's talking to us. And then there's a comma. O daughter of Edom that dwelleth in the land of Uz, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. So the same wine and confusion and detrimental philosophies that they sent upon the earth, remember in that little season, they are going to have to drink of that cup. It is their turn. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Right? And it is written, the victory is written. We just have to go through a little bit more. All right. I will wrap this out. The Lord has his hand on us. Those of you that are preaching, teaching, and learning in sincerity and in truth, that he covers us and gives us the strength to fulfill whatever lot he has us in. And that we stand firm for the name, and that we put our faith and our trust in him, because each situation that we have gone through, and I know those of you that have been this thing, been a believer for a certain amount of time, you understand there are certain trials and tribulations that you've gone through, and the Lord has brought you through. And I pray that we look back on those and grab strength from that, and remember the faith we had then, because trials just get a little harder. They get a little, battles get a little, or hills get a little more steeper to climb. But you graduate and you go from glory to glory. Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no longer carry thee away into captivity. And he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Of course, you see, stuttering and stammering on the back foot, he's going to come down with great wrath. In a very, very short time, we're not going to be able to say the things that we are saying on the internet or on the street corners, the prophets that are on the corners. And all you'll be left with is the spirit man that you built while you had access to this knowledge. Suggest you take advantage of that. And of course, I am preaching to self as well. So with that being said, shalom.